Hi, this is REIN. I am an executive recruiter and a job search strategist. I want to give you the latest report of what's going on with layoffs. They are happening everywhere. So, if you have been laid off, you are not alone in the situation. And I just want you to keep in mind it's just a bump in the road. This is not the end of your career. This happens to many, many people at least once in their career paths. So, just to show you that you are not alone, CVS has laid off 5,000 employees just this past week. T-Mobile has laid off 5,000 employees as well. That's actually 7% of their workforce. Farmers Insurance has laid off 2,400 people. That's 11% of their workforce. If you are one of these employees, I am there for you. I feel for you. Again, it is not the end of the world. I know that it feels like a punch to the gut when that does happen, but that's okay. We're going to get you back on track. So, here are some things that I want you to do if you are a victim of a layoff or of a mass layoff, or even if it's just one or two of people that were laid off, it's still happening to you. So, first, you need to assess your financial situation. You need to figure out because it does take time to find a new position. The average for someone to find a new position is 6 to 9 months. So, you need to allocate your finances and make sure that you're covered for that. I will tell you, however, people in my program are getting hired on average 42 days. Yes, 42 days after they've been searching over a year on their own. And you can look at the statistics, the detailed statistics of my program, Pounding Pavement 101, on my website. It's poundingpavement101.com. And I have full detailed statistics. So, one thing that you do need to do immediately is to figure out if you can apply for unemployment. So this way you have some money coming in. Sometimes it takes a little while for this to get processed. So I want you to take care of that immediately. That's your first thing to do. Then you need to be updating not only your resume, I know you know that, but also your social media presence. Take down any photos that might be incriminating or not shining you in the best light possible because employers do check your social media channels. Uh, Update your LinkedIn profile. And there's always been a question about should you end the employment or not? Well, there's two schools of thought with this. If a recruiter is looking and they see that you're no longer with your current employer, well, you are not a passive candidate, you're an active candidate. They will be more likely to reach out to you to connect because they're not going to have to convince you to leave the job that you have. On the flip side, I know it's always been that, well, it's easier to find a new job if you're currently employed. So, I would recommend ending the employment so this way more recruiters will reach out to you. You are actively searching. That's one recruiter's advice. If you ask 30 different recruiters, you're going to get 33 different opinions. But that's as a recruiter, if I have two candidates, one is still employed and one is not, think about it. Who am I going to reach out to first? It's that simple. The other thing is, I know that when you get laid off, the first thing you do is contract. You want to watch your finances. But I will tell you, as I said earlier, that working with a professional job search strategist, be it me or someone else, will speed up your job search process. And if you are reaching out to someone else, that's okay. I don't take offense to that. Make sure that number one, they're not just a resume writer. Resume writers, certified resume writers took a course one weekend, okay, and now all of a sudden they're certified. There's no certification, okay, official certification for resume writers. There's no official status as to how they're uh, boy, I can't think of the term today, that they're certified. You want to work with someone who has an understanding of the full recruitment process because it's not just about the resume. Yes, the resume's job is to generate calls. I understand that. But you need to know how to take it out for a drive. You need to work with someone who understands the full job searching process, who's spoken with companies, who's spoken with candidates, who has been doing this for years and years and years. You don't want someone who woke up one day and said, okay, now I'm a resume writer. That's not going to work for you. That's not going to get you to where you need to be. Also, be careful because you kind of get what you pay for. If someone is saying, "Oh, I'll do it for you for $99," well, guess what? You get what you pay for. And that's not going to work for you. That's not going to get you into that dream job and where you want to be in your career. I will tell you and check with your accountant that job searching expenses are tax deductible in most states. So we get you the services that you need. There's that tax deduction on the back end. And I will tell you that a lot of times working with a job search strategist who's getting you hired faster is going to save you money in the long run. Because if I can take your job search from 9 months to only 2 months, that's 7 months of income that you can have in the bank. Incredibly crucial, not only financially, but boy, it takes its toll on your self-esteem as you're going through this job search process, not knowing when you're going to land that job. So, for those of you who did get laid off, I am truly sorry that this is happening to you. It is a bump in the road. I want you to keep that in mind. Just keep going with that job search. I do have a free job search training that I do offer. It's on my website at poundingpavement101.com. It will show you a strategic plan on how to attack the job market. Because if you got laid off, you weren't planning on doing this. You weren't planning on attacking the job market. So I put together this free job search training for people just like you to help you out. If then you want to work with me, you can get on my calendar. It's at gethired.careers. I'll say it again, gethired.careers. That is a link to my calendar. You can schedule time with me. We could talk about your job search, how I might be able to assist you in your job search. You might decide to work with me, maybe not. That's okay, but at least I'll give you some expert advice on how to attack the job market because it's very different and it has changed dramatically just in the past 2 years, much less the past 5 years. And some of you have not been in the job market for 10 to 15, 20 years. So it's a little different than when we used to take the newspaper and a red pen and circle the classified ads. So let me introduce you to how things are operating now. Anyway, my name is ILENE Ryan from Pounding Pavement 101. Again, you can go to my website, poundingpavement101.com, for the free job search training, or you can get on my calendar at gethired.careers. Good luck in your job search. I look forward to speaking with you soon.